Hello and welcome back to Action Not Included here, Taiki, and we are here today with a new design. This is for the Rhex and the Dartles. This design take me a little bit of time due to some mechanics of the Dartles, but I tried to make the most reliable version possible. This is the design that I have come with. This is a design that I preferable to make it on a double way like this, two side by side. Why? Because to fit the floor height, a standard normally high for ranches or rooms in general, and also give you the space to have some megafronds that will allow you to use the chlorine generated by the Dartles instead of discard it or use it or put it on somewhere else. In this case, this design mainly have 13 Dartles per ranch. Uh, 12 of them are for the generation of the food for the Rexes, and the other one is for refill the ranch itself. So it's for a way to say it's one for the population of the ranch itself, and the other 12 is for feed the Rex. And you will have four Rexes as you see here. The ones, two of them, the brine ice that they generate will be solely for the dewdrippers for food of the Dartles, and the rest will be for anything else you wanted. You can melt it, you can just leave it there, or you will have that influx that is positive of water you can also use for anything that you want. This ranch will generate approximately 130 bleachstone per cycle per ranch, so this in total will be 260. It will generate a lot of top meat. Will generate approximately 1.6 kilos per cycle of tough meat. That it will be a lot of smoked brisket when you made it, and the meat you will have a small overflow of approximately the 800 uh, kilos or 800 kilocalories per cycle, because it's only like one dottle that is gonna be not eaten by the Rex. It's gonna be for only the everything else. One important thing: this has to be on a temperature of minus 20, minus 16. Anything below that, I recommend to having like a minus 25. Why? To avoid the brine ice to melt. The brine ice melts on minus 16, so you need to have the rest on that temperature in order to have the ice instead of just having brine on the liquid form. So normally I would recommend to put it on the same range than the uh, Frosty Planet Pack critters, so you can have all that on the same environment, and having them on 20 minus 20 degrees. All of them will be comfortable on that temperature, so that's perfect for them. In this case, let's go to the design to share some tips and trick on this, so you can have it with you can know how to build it with any problems. Okay, here for the design, we first gonna be starting with the dotted area. For that, we're gonna be starting with the door and regular floor tiles. This will need to have, they will need to be around the 96 maximum size, but having only 3 up height. So this will be coming here until you reach the 96 tile. Uh, Once you reach that 96 tile, you will be closing everything up, and you will come to the next area. So it's gonna be approximately till here. So let's go and put it that far here and reach the 96 tile. Perfect. Once we reach the 96 tile, we're gonna be going be enough space to build two 2 incubators, and the conveyor loader. So it's gonna be 5 more tiles for that. Once you build the incubators and the conveyor loader, you can come here and put everything, the roof on this part. And on this area, you will have to put 3 things. One that is the critter drop off, to having the drop of the new Dartles, to have the grooming station to groom the Dartles, and we're gonna be having one auto sweeper. This will take care of picking up anything on this area. Until all this area, we're gonna be putting blocks, living here on this part. So it's gonna be a tree height and having block up there. The same gonna be put in here on this other area. Why? Because we're gonna be putting here a gas pump on this upper part, and just below we're gonna be putting a conveyor loader. We're gonna be having this gap on the middle on that moment. What we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be putting farm tiles all the way around. It's gonna be around 26 farm tiles. That will be mainly for having all the reapers for fitting the Dartles. This part is a little bit tricky and more on the side of what you want to be, but one thing that you want to keep in mind is the area of recollection for the auto zippers and the different equipment that you will have on this area. And I have a temp having only this gas pump and another on this side. Is not enough. Sadly, the Dartles have the mechanic that they fart around 10 kilos of chlorine per cycle. Those fart will stifle the dewdrippers. So I recommend to try to get them out as soon as possible. That gas. So I recommend to use a mini gas pump every once in a while here on the floor, so they can extract some of that gas. So for example, here we have this gas pump on this side, putting that will extract into in working with this. Then we can go here and put it a new auto super, put in another gas pump on this area, and repeat that process with the new conveyor loader, and be on repeat till we reach the other side. I recommend to put as much as many gas pumps that you can, mini gas pumps, so they can extract all the needed gas as quick as possible. I normally use up to 3 or 4 to having the most amount of gas extraction. On the same line of thinking, I recommend to put different atmo sensors on this area in order so the gas pumps will detect the gas and absorb it not more than they should, but at the same time not more than they need, and having the closer detection on what they have on the area. Why I recommend not extract that much, because remember that the Dartles also make bleachstone, and the bleachstone will offgas if the pressure is lower than 1.8 kilos. If for you it do not matter the bleachstone, or you don't want it, leave it like that. That's okay. You can, in that case, make the comet extract as much gas that they want. Leave it around just like 1 kilo of that and you should be fine. But if for you one of the resources that you want is bleachstone, I recommend having this atmo sensor on 1850 grams. Anything above that amount will make that the gas pump start working, and they will start extracting the the gas as soon as possible, making that the dewdrippers be the last time possible stifle, and they can continue producing the food for the Dartles without any kind of problems. On the egg area, the normally that what you want at the beginning will be to not having this incubator here, put it as stairs, so you can reach out and build this gas pump and this auto sweeper in order to make anything that they need, the gas pipe, the electricity, and everything else. This can be extracted. Also on this area, another atmo sensor, so any gas that comes here will get automatically extracted as soon as possible. When we reach this area, one important thing we have to think is the future delivery area for the Rhex. What we're going to be doing there is we're going to be using the mechanic of the diagonal sweeping to make that this auto sweeper take the X from the area that will be here and put it on the incubators. So we're going to be coming here, put the floor, and the auto sweeper will be able to reach through the diagonal tile to here. That is where gonna be the conveyor chute that will drop all the eggs. Also, another thing that we're gonna be taking on consideration there is the rail system that will go all the way, and not gonna be only for the Rhex eggs, but also for the Dartles. Everything will come here and be dropped here without any problem. Continue with this area, we're gonna be putting a pneumatic door on here. We're gonna be putting some automation in advance, putting here the cable till here, and putting a critter sensor here. This will be the one who let us know when we have to put when the dollars will come here to be eaten by the Rhex. We're gonna be putting one block here and putting here a full of block. This will be the top part of the ranches. After that, we're gonna be going all the way down here and close the ranch. This area will be the Rhex ranch, but it's not complete yet. The Rhex ranch will also have 2 blocks here. That will be the one to allow the Rhex to be fed by the Dartles that will be staying here. How the Dartles will stay here? They will be making to go there by the ethanol that will have to drop on this area. The best way you can drop off the ethanol will be putting a mesh tile on this area and dropping here some ethanol. Preferable the ethanol be pre-chill and dropping off here. The ethanol will drop, drown this area, and fill this 2 blocks. After that, you can remove this block and make this ethanol be completely removed. You only want that the remaining ethanol be on this tile and this tile up here. In that way, the Dartles, when they spawn, they will go automatically to this area and will stay on this block completely block, and there will have no way to be moving anywhere else. So there will be an easy prey for the Rhex. As you see right now, Dartle's born and will stay here on this ledge and will not move anywhere else. They cannot jump here, they cannot jump here and continue going on the floor, on the roof. It will always stay here. After that, we can complete the ranch for the Rhex with the predator drop-off, the cremation, and in this case, the shearing station. Also, we are going to be putting auto sweepers on reach of conveyor loaders so they can take all the brine ice or the feeder fiber NX out of the ranch. All of those will come in through rails until they are delivered on the same area as the rest of it without any kind of problems. but that will not solve the problem with the brine ice. For that, we are going to be having to make also something extra. To deal with the brine ice, we're going to be having to create this special conveyor rail area. The brine ice that will be bring to this conveyor should or mainly extract on this area due to this is the area where they eat will be picked up by the auto super and drop on this conveyor rail. This conveyor loader and will be transporting through this rail to this receptacles, and this receptacle will be bringing up everything to the reach of the auto super so they can fertilize the farm tiles effectively and have it all going well on that part. You will not have to waste too labor on this. All of this will be made it automatically by the auto super. That's why I mentioned that this ranch will be highly being completely reliable on auto supers. They're not gonna be having that much labor waste on it. Also, I recommend to put a critter condo here to having the extra happiness on the Rhexes so that you can have one more Dartles here ready to be eaten. Normally, I recommend to have a maximum of 7 critters on total on this ranch. 6 if you don't have. We're gonna be having the critter condo, so that will be 4 Rhexes and 3 Dartles here ready to be eaten. They're gonna be eaten by the Rhex. And the Rhex will be completely satisfied here without any problem. And with this, the ranch for the Dartles and Rhex are complete. I have 2 more recommendations on this case. You can use here a liquid log to having the chlorine here in this area only, or you can use, as you see on my main design here, a visco gel. That is more an in-game thing, but you can use it also too. Also, as I mentioned when we were overviewing this, I recommend having to have 2 on this design, leaving a 3 higher gap here for the megafrond. Why? In order to complete the 4 higher tile. In this case, if we put 2, that will complete a 4 higher tile using 4 floors. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, having 4 floor here. Instead of having only 1 dip of 2 and this area that you don't know what to do with it, you can use it on as this. Put here the megafrond as I have it below, and in this area will be the megafrond thing, or also you can use this area for putting some beta hive in order to have the uranium solve or anything else that you may want. This is an area that you can use for anything else. Also, one thing that you will need to always keep in mind is the output here for the gas pump. You will have to know if you're going to be sending to this area, to a different area, because remember that the dewdrippers will stifle over 2 kilos of pressure. So it's important to always have the chlorine flowing. If you're going to be throwing out, if you're going to be sending to puff, you will have to heat it up and then throw it there, or you can just throw it at the vacuum of a space. That's up to you, that's your choice. And the last tip I recommend, and one thing that I have to say, please don't send by default the bleachstone through the conveyor rail. Why? Because if they reach this area, this is only a few grams of ethanol. So the bleachstone will offgas, will move the ethanol out of the way, and will be creating here a pocket of chlorine. That will not make that the Dartles or the Rhex chicks be automatically drowned. If you have the Rhex chick or the Dartles spawn when they are like this, they will automatically drown. You will not have to worry about having them. This will be this is a built-in evolution chamber. So if it's even lower the amount of dupe labor that you need, they will be automatically picked by the auto super and drop on the loader and send with the output line that you can send through here to anywhere else, or you can put it here and going all the way out through here, and this will be your main output lanes. You can do whatever you want with that. All the eggshells, all the meat will be here, and that will be able to be picked by the auto super. What is the solution that I recommend in this case to avoid that issue with the bleachstone? Putting here a conveyor chute, putting an element sensor connected with automation. Select here bleachstone, and anytime the bleachstone come through the rail, will be automatically dropped here instead of going and be dropped on this area. That is the simple and easiest way to make a one-item filter on the conveyor rail without having to waste any kind of power. Just a conveyor chute, unless they detect that the item is the one that you want, that will not be thrown off and continue on the rail till the destiny area. If they detect that is not that is the item that you want, this will be open and the item will be automatically dropped here. This is a simple way to deal with the bleachstone, and it's the most common way. Once you have built this area, you can then deconstruct the ladder and put the second incubator. One incubator will be need to be set it up for Rhex egg, and the other incubator will be having to be for the Dartle egg. Each does not order on that part. And that's it. This is my Rhex and Dartle design. As mentioned, you can put it with the frosty critters. You can just leave it on their own. Only keep an eye on the temperature. And also, if you want, you can also put some kind of liquid lock on the entrance and having the isolated the area with that, or use visco gel. That will be all. Thank you so much for watching here today. Also, some special thanks to Blake MW, that is the creator or for this area for defeating of the Rexus. He's the original creator and design. He published it on Reddit and he used that to the eating area of the Rex. For everything else, be safe, have a great day, and bye bye. Taiki out.